Hi everybody, welcome to this Pro and Expert Division playthrough for the 5th anniversary 9-hole cup. We're going to show you videos of all 9 holes and I'll be giving you my adjustments and suggestions as we go. Please do hit thumbs up on the video as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It is totally free. If you are playing Expert, there will be a qualifying round and final round content on the channel in the coming week. And also, if you're considering stepping up to Master, check out my free-to-play Master Division playthrough as well. Please do leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the holes, and we will see you very soon. Let's get started. Aggressive option first. Berserker. 4.5 bar top spin. Stretch out to find the position. I'm adding 1 bar of right spin as well. So let's look at our position. Second bounce, just left of centre on the second pad, half of the red ring in the rough. Adjust max plus 10 power 5 settings. Then once we have adjusted, we are going to push back up to max. And then we are going to go with full overpower. And this is because we adjust from a higher to a lower point. A little bit of curl to the left is what I'm using here. Don't go with any more than that. This is absolutely fine. And then we are going to try and hit perfect. Sometimes, according to wind strength, and if you do hit minor great left or right, you may not get a roll out here, but we just have to chance it. Here we are just about okay, and we're rolling out very nicely for an eagle wedge. And now we're going to look at the headwind version, laying up on the right hand side. 4.5 top spin and 2 bars side spin to the left, playing with the extra mile. Could go with a little bit more top spin, however I'm quite happy with where this finishes. I'm not at max distance of club, but because we do have headwind I play this one max numbers plus 10% elevation. Takes us to max. Obviously if we were adjusting to overpower I would add that on as well. I go with half a ball of curl here, a little bit too much, maybe half a wall or even no curl because the wind is going to push us to the left. But we are on the fairway and we are absolutely fine. So I will take that, to be quite honest. And the reason I don't want to push it ridiculously hard is because here I've got a very, very nice line for the rough bump. Okay, the rough bump may still be on if you're further away or further down the fairway, but I do kind of like the line we have here and the wind angle. So I'm going ball guideline to the hole with the Grizzly. I'm very close to min distance here, so I adjust this one to true club distance 0 elevation. So I go actually minimum distance plus 0.1, which is equivalent to 5% slider. However, this one is under adjusted, so on this occasion I believe 5% elevation would have been more appropriate, but it gives you a suggestion of a good line to play if we can't go for the aggressive option on the drive. Good speed though, and I do think that rough bump will be a very interesting play. So going with a katana ball, we will definitely need 2 bars of right spin, and then I'm just moving my target around here to find my landing position. It's going to be a good amount of backspin. You will need a good level sniper here. I go with 6 backspin and 2 bars side spin to the right, and just check I'm bouncing on the green. Look at the second bounce, pause the video, get that second bounce exactly where it is here. Adjustment I make here is max plus 20, maximum distance plus 20% elevation, even though we are not at max distance with our club. Then we're going to hit perfect, and there is a very nice funnel that we can make use of here. Bounces on the fringe there, parks up, and the backspin runs very nicely. We do drop this left edge, so I would recommend just shifting your landing position slightly. It will help you in higher winds as well. Now we're delving back into the archives now, back when I used to play on my phone, which is why the game screen is suddenly more narrow. So I'm going to show you here a fixed aim reference for a slice shot. Slices are pretty good on this hole, to be honest. You do need to have prior knowledge of where to aim though. Here in this wind angle I'm aiming just right of that pink bush that you can see there. 6 bars of top spin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Then I'm going with a full slice, but it's not full overpower. It's a 3 rings of overpower slice shot here. Full slice release. Do not go with max overpower. You will probably go too long, especially in this wind angle. But you can see here it does bounce very nicely in the centre of the fairway, and we get a lovely roll past the trees, and that's the aim of the game with this shot. Really aggressive shot, but get you a lovely clear shot to the green, which we're going to look at now with the short iron. So here I'm finding min club, I'm finding max distance of club. In the end, I work this out to be around 60% of my club distance. So even though we do have pretty much straight tailwind here, we do have a bit of margin for error with our adjustment. But generally I play this one true club distance, 20% elevation. So here in the video here I play this one 58% slider or 60% slider, I think, 20% elevation. Like I said, there is a bit of room for error. Obviously with crosswind you would have less room for error, because straight tailwind we can be 0.1 off or either side and we're still going to drop it because we are aiming alongside the wind to the pin. But a great chance for an albatross, and we do just sneak this one in. Gets in a little bit on the hot side, but it drops for an albatross. With a power 3 ball set up with a 240-yard driver at the max distance line, with the blue ring touching the rough, then we want just over 5.5 bars topspin. This is a bit of a fiddly drive because you don't want to clip the rough and you also don't want to roll too far. So in the video here I was at 5.5, I just edge it slightly past that. If you have more crosswind I go 5.7. maybe 5.8. If it's more tailwind angle, 5.6 will be okay. Beware the cliff when you're adjusting, it will mess your camera angle up, so zoom out, then adjust max plus 20. Then we're going to go with half a ball of curl to the right. Perfect ball away, and we just want to clear the rough here, which you will see we do. Very, very narrow margins, but we are still going to be okay. So if in doubt, just go with a click more topspin. Better to do that than clip the rough and roll out. Second shot, we're going to find minimum distance line with the thorn, and then I'm going to push up around 3 rings. That is to give myself room to adjust. Then apply backspin as needed to get the ball guide going just through the hole. That is very important because we adjust to a lower point. It's going to be between 3.5, 4.5 backspin, depending on your drive. If you hit a great right drive, you're still going to be fine, but you will need 4.5 to 5 backspin. Always adjust minimum numbers -5 elevation, even if you've pushed up some rings. Min -5, pulling over the bullseye, and this one is going to drop beautifully for an eagle. Excellent chance for a drop here. We have some tailwind here, so I'm going to go aggressive. With the Titan, play with 6 bars topspin. Stupidly, I reduced this to 5 topspin. I didn't need to. 2 bars side spin to the right, stretch out, find our position. Then we are going to adjust max plus 10, then push back up to max. Can go with a berserker if you want to use less overpower. Here I'm going with max, but I did need to stick with 6 bars topspin. Plenty of curl to the right, almost 1 ball outside the adjustment ring to the right. We do hit great left here, so we are going to be nearer to the rough on the left than we would like, but we still do find the fairway, and that's absolutely fine. Obviously a perfect would have put us a little bit more away from the rough. 392 yards. Obviously if you have more topspin and if you'd have gone with 6 bars like I wanted to, we'd have been a little bit further. So we would probably have been in max distance thorn here rather than grizzly, but we still have a chance. I'm playing here 20% slider plus 10% elevation. I was judging from the minimum distance line how far I was from min. Check out the Academy playlist, tutorial videos for min, mid and max, and also slider and rings from min guidance. So 20% slider, 10% elevation. The ball guide did disappear, however, because there's a lot of flight time before the tree, I didn't actually need to go with any curl. And we dropped that beautifully, ball guide to hole for an albatross. Another one from the vaults back on the iPhone days. and it's going to be a quarterback rough pump. Very good chance though in this wind angle. Straight tailwind, you are going to have a problem sometimes adjusting. You will hit a minimum distance of club, especially with high wind, so bear that in mind. But here I'm going to bounce in the rough. It's a no spin shot, and we're going to get the funnel back down from the back of the green into the hole. The adjustment here is minimum distance, 5% elevation. The other alternative is you bounce over from the fairway on the left to try and use the slope there, but if you can do the rough bump, it's a really good chance for a hole in one. Perfect ball away, bounces very nicely and tracks into the side of the cup for a lovely drop. And the final visit to the old archives from the iPhone. Here we do have tailwind, so it's great to play on the right side. Any form of headwind though, this is very difficult, so I would then consider going left side instead. Here I'm using all the topspin with the Thor's Hammer 6, and I'm actually just going with a visual aim. I kind of visualize 20% extra in tailwind and then just stretching out, and then we're just going to go with some overpower with all the topspin we have available, and we want to try and get as much distance as we can. 4.5 rings of overpower, we do manage to get a perfect ball away. Minor great left, minor great right with Thor's Hammer 6 plus or APOC 5 plus should still be fine. And we've got plenty of fairway to aim at, and we get it down there very nicely indeed. Drive distance 446 yards. Second shot does leave me with a long iron. Sometimes if you get more rollout and better wind on your drive, or even with a power 5 ball, you can play this with a short iron. But here I'm close to min, so I do push up a little bit so that I can play in between minimum and medium distance with my long iron. Applying backspin and some right spin, getting the ball guide here just to the pin. And then the adjustment I'm using here, generally I would play 10% elevation. Here I am going in between min and mid numbers plus 10. It's going to work out at 9.5 rings. And then we are going to take our shot. Obviously, if you're playing with a kingmaker, it's going to be easier to control this second shot. But we do get a perfect ball away here. So let's see how we go. We bounce nicely before the bunker, and we actually drop it right at pin. Going to play with the sniper bounce down shot here. 1.2 backspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Now beware, in high winds the adjustment here may take you to the minimum distance line, so if you do have a wind 4 ball available, go with that. Look at the second bounce there, just needs to be about 1.5 rings away from the edge of the bunker, and the white ring is almost at the top rough on that island. The adjustment here is max plus 25. Max plus 25. Like I say, beware, in high winds may take you to the minimum distance line. Little bit of curl to the left. I've gone with a little bit too much here, but we do hit a perfect. Beware of hitting great right, may risk the bunker because we do come in very close in order to attack the pin. Just a little bit too much curl on that one. If you can get a drop here, it's a real bonus. With the APOC level 5 plus, setting up here 6 top spin, 3 left spin. Obviously if you have more top spin you can go with that, reduce the overpower. Half of the clear ring inside the rough on the right with APOC 6. Adjust max plus 10, and then once done, if you can push up then obviously do so. There's not really a lot to push up here though, to be honest. And with 6 bars of top spin here, I'm going to go with 2 rings of overpower just to give myself a bit more distance. Perfect ball away, no curl because the wind will get us nicely down the centre of the fairway here. Obviously it is narrow though, we do want to hit perfect. Great right will risk the rough. But very nicely there to 386 yards. Second shot, and here you can see as we've turned a corner with our aim, we do have a lot of headwind here. As much topspin as possible with whatever 180 yard wood club gives you all that topspin. Here I go with over 2 bars of side spin to the left, but the wind is going to push us a little bit too close to the rough for comfort. So my suggestion here would be aim with less left spin and aim just to the right centre of the fairway, and you'll see why now. We do adjust into overpower, so I'm going to go with 4 or 5 rings of overpower. Obviously, the more the better, because it will get you close to the green. But obviously, you've got to weigh up because you do want to hit perfect on this one. Greats, either side, are going to land you in trouble most likely. As you can see, the wind pushed us quite close to the rough there, so that's why I would suggest aiming more right. Max 0 on the second shot there, and that will leave you a very nice end bringer school wedge for the eagle. Thank you very much for watching this video for the 5th anniversary 9-hole cup. Hope you have found the content useful. Don't forget to check out the channel homepage for lots more content and tutorials as well. Head over to bkgolfclash.com. Also, join us on Facebook, BK Golf Clash Facebook group. Lots of members there sharing shots, tips and suggestions, and free content and free guides posted as well for all divisions. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.